Hello, lovely people of the internet. I'm Jamie. Let's hang out and watch Heretic. Hey everybody, I am glad you are here watching with me today. I am very excited to watch this. It is a new horror movie, I'm assuming at least, from the trailer I watched a long time ago, and I don't think I watched all of it because I've tried to stay away from watching trailers ever since I started ever since I started making reaction content. I have a really weirdly good memory when it comes to trailers and just a lot of visual things, and so whenever I watch the movies, I tend to remember things from the trailer, and sometimes that can spoil it. Sometimes I can predict plot points because of the trailer, or sometimes movies are just predictable a little bit from time to time, but a lot of the time it's because of the trailers. I've also started to not watch anime intros because same thing. But maybe if people let me know it's safe to, I will, but I know there's always big debates, and I'm an Attack on Titan fan, so I definitely get that. But I am a huge horror fan, and there's a whole bunch of older movies that I haven't seen that I would like to, as well as so many new horror movies that have come out that I'm just like, I really want to watch it. I still want to see Nope. I don't think it's a horror movie, but I want to see Sinners. I know the new Ready or Not, I think, just came out, and I really enjoyed that. There's so many new ones. My favorite, though, is Scream, the franchise, of course. I just love the genre. There's so much you can do with horror, and there's, so many different types. Some types I really don't want to watch, but others I will watch any day. And I actually heard an interesting thing, though, like with all studies, you need to kind of see who made it and what was the sample size and how did they conduct it and all that. But apparently watching horror movies for some people with depression and maybe anxiety, I can't remember, it helps them to temporarily reduce their symptoms, because while they're watching, a lot of the cognitive traps or self-talk loops tend to subside, at least somewhat. Doesn't mean that it's going to help, as soon as the movie's done or anything, but at least for a time it can be comforting for that fact. And so I thought that was really interesting. And also, some people just like the adrenaline it gives them. Other people watch because they want to prove to themselves that they can, test themselves and actually do something like that. But just to say, you will see a lot of horror movies and thrillers and things on this channel because it's one of my favorite genres. As for this movie, I have no clue what it's really about. I know there's the two girls who go to Hugh Grant's house, which is nice to see him in a different type of role than obviously what he used to do. But stuff happens. I faintly remember from the trailer, getting trapped in a room maybe. I think they were drawn in because of, no, they weren't drawn in because of pie, but there was something about a pie. They recognized that it was fake, and then they're like, oh no, they can't get out, I think. But after that, I have no clue. I know the one actor had been in Yellow Jackets, which I still haven't finished, but I get a cool vibe from her. I think that she'll be a good actor. The other person I can't remember. I just know it's going to be kind of creepy, gloomy vibes, maybe tense, but that's about all I know. After the movie's done, I'm going to look up who directed it and who did the score, because that's always interesting, because sometimes it's people you wouldn't expect, and sometimes it's like, oh yeah, that's pretty obvious, and I like their style or something like that. But sometimes you find somebody new that you can actually be like, okay, now I admire your work. I'm going to check out whatever else you've done. But I have nothing else to say. I don't know anything else about this. I'm really excited because it's been a hot minute since I've seen a horror movie of some kind. And let's just get our housekeeping done. So this video is for commentary and discussion purposes. All rights belong to the original creators, so please support the official release. And if you'd like to watch the full length, it is up on Patreon, along with some other shows and movies. I'm slowly getting more of a library on there. Next week we're watching The Wild Robot, which will be fun, and Squid Game. Season 2 and 3 is going to be going up on there, along with just the regular old Freyrin. And then I might be posting the second season of Nobody Wants This, but it's not going to be a weekly thing, but I'll do it where I can fit it in. But alright, it's time. So grab your snacks, get settled in, and let's watch Heretic. I wonder if this is from like an independent... Well, A24, okay. Everybody knows them now. I got my notebook if you see me writing things down. Haven't seen that before. It was almost kind of creepy in itself. Ooh, it's getting loud. Okay. Mountainous, A24, prison.
Makes you think, like, what else do we believe just because of marketing?
Oh, so much.
Frighteningly big, and they adore magnums.
Sounds made up.
Elephant trunk.
Where I saw it, it was these two people having intercourse, sexual.
Is that why they're talking about it? Because it's on the back of the bus thing?
And the girl in the video was moaning loudly, as in typical, I assume, in that kind of video, just off camera in the hallway. You hear this lady yell through the wall, "We can hear you!" And the couple, "Stop sexing."
Stop sexing.
This is my life. I'm effing a stranger on camera for money.
Mm.
And I just thought, like, wow, that is really poignant.
The credits are very interesting in their framing. I like that. And yeah, there's a lot of commentary to be had there.
God's real. We have souls. It's divine confirmation.
Do you watch a lot of...
No. Not watch pornography. No.
It's okay.
No, no, I'm not.
I know.
I wonder how close they are.
I hope this goes well.
It's okay. I've only converted like 8 or 9 people.
8 or 9?
That's, yeah. I'd say that's significant. I mean, I have no frame of reference. It just sounds like it is.
What do you think about what I was saying?
The porno thing?
There's many things I'm thinking.
How has God shown you that the church is true?
Good question.
If ye receive no witness until after the trial of your faith. If ye receive...
That sucks, damn. Can't you just... No, riding up would probably suck too.
After this couple again?
Think we have the bald guy we met at Costco?
When does this take place, also?
Hey, for every flight of stairs,
Yeah?
our husband gets 5 times hotter.
Nice motivation.
Hey,
Good afternoon. My name is Sister Barnes, and...
It's like too
Up,
high
up and
or
down.
too low.
I don't really like to
I enjoy the
I
conversations
think
they're
you have a
having.
beautiful voice. I know it.
I hope we get to hear it. It looks like they have little grooves you can like kind of stick the bikes in to make it a little bit easier to go down or up.
Oh my gosh, I already love these girls.
Boulder. I bet that happens all the time now.
Can we get a pic? Oh, of course.
Here.
Wonder what they'll do with it, but...
Do you wear magic underwear? What?
Ah. And there's no consequences for that. Damn. Yeah, I'd be upset too. Mainly because, again, there's no consequences.
This is it.
Ah, I do remember this house. She's not in the best frame of mind to go in here. Wait, is this the house? I thought it was like further back for some reason.
I don't know, that South Park musical kind of makes fun of us.
I haven't seen it. So it seems like kind of modern-ish.
Anyway, who cares what people think?
I mean, yeah, you have your faith, right?
You're awesome.
She's a good person. I feel like this is going to showcase different sides of humanity, as I talk about a lot, because you never know what you're going to do in a certain situation until you're actually in it, so.
Revelation.
Is it a sign?
All right. Let's get you a baptism.
Hmm. Oh, I really like her energy. Okay, so yeah, because I was saying it was modern because, yeah, they had phones. They're kind of dressed semi-modern. Wonder why it took him so long to get up here, but I mean, he also heard them. It's taken a while. You're lucky they haven't left yet.
Ah, good afternoon.
Hi.
Why do you have a watering can?
I am. Hello to you. Hello. Wait, you are Paxton, you are Barnes.
No, Paxton?
We have name tags.
You mentioned you might be interested in learning more about the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints?
Do they not have, like, routes that they go on where it's like people would know where they were? Like their path?
Yeah.
Prophets
Talking of Noah, it is very, very wet.
teach about God and receive revelation, and they...
She is very passionate. But this is probably why she has had more success. Because she's more,
A roommate? We can't come inside unless another woman is present?
But my wife is home. Does that count?
Yeah.
yeah, can we see her?
We'd love to come in and meet your wife.
Then come on
But
in.
for
Do
Paxton,
you like
she...
pie?
Pie. She's... You can kind of sense the desperation of, like, I need to do this. Like, I really want to do this. Whereas with Barnes, she has a lot more of a relaxed energy, which is probably a bit more welcoming for people, and people are more willing for that.
Make yourselves at home.
Thank you.
Different styles going on. All right, let me see the windows. Do they have bars on them? Not that I can tell. Okay, a lot of different, more interesting pieces to maybe give us an idea. Personality. Did he used to have a wife? Or is this all set dressing? There's only the windows at the front. Because that's a very tiny one. Is that on the inside? Yeah. They're really good with the tension. That just building and then all the different sounds.
She'll have to be in the room with us, too.
Yes, of course, right. I understand. Please, take a seat, take a seat, take a seat.
Are they drugged? Is my first thought.
To be religious.
Well, our work here is done.
No, I just want you to know that before we start.
She's so, like, hopeful.
Maybe religion isn't at the center of culture anymore.
I really wish we were in his head.
Me, Ogden, Utah, and Sister Barnes is from Salt Lake City.
Philadelphia, originally.
She is much more cautious about this.
It's so important to find your faith in a doctrine you actually believe, and that's a very, very personal struggle.
Yeah.
I could tell that you are a very spiritually curious person.
His outfit's very interesting.
Joseph investigated many different denominations: Presbyterian, Methodist, Catholicism.
She's very knowledgeable.
Why Joseph founded our church.
I really wish I knew what he was thinking.
Yes.
Wow! No, you read more than we do. We should be more like you, Mr.
Yeah.
Reed.
She's so sweet.
Mr. Reed.
Pie smells amazing.
And now that you've been studying the Book of Mormon, how does it
Oh,
make you?
that look.
Can you guess what kind of pie she's making?
Is it
Blueberry.
blueberry pie?
It is blueberry pie.
See? Faint remembering.
Going back, can I ask, how did your father pass away? I'm sorry, I shouldn't. I don't.
Disease?
Blueberry disease.
Lou.
Wonderful. Blueberry disease. Who wouldn't want that? Ah.
Lou Gehrig's disease.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's awful. I'm so sorry.
That was very strange.
That is a malicious affliction.
Oh.
I thought you were making a joke about the pie. Sorry.
I can't tell what that facial expression was.
Have you seen any signs of your father since he passed? Has he tried to communicate from...
No.
That's strange.
Okay. We don't know what that means.
When I die, I want to come back as a butterfly, just to follow around the people I love.
That's a nice sentiment.
Apologies, that is a foible of the house. I'm sorry.
Only some of the lights?
How do you feel about awkward questions?
Hmm.
No, I want to ask an awkward, an icky question.
Well, at least you're presenting it in a good way.
Very quickly before the sun goes down and we're done for the evening.
Oh, great.
But only if you're comfortable with that.
Don't like that the sun's going
we
down.
won't know if we're comfortable until you ask, so...
Fair point.
Yeah?
If you don't ask, I'm gonna leave here wondering what we missed out on.
My question is this.
Curiosity.
Now, my question is, how do you feel about polygamy?
Are you asking from a biblical perspective?
Good clarification question.
I am fascinated by the idea of modern revelation, which was used to erase this behavior from the church.
Good creepy music. It's just very slow.
A man having plural wives meant more babies to help the community grow.
I don't know if that's true, but I think, from a historical point, that makes sense. I'm trying to link if this has anything to do with what's about to come or not. Like, does he have multiple women down there for that reason?
To use revelation for consequence-free sex in the aftermath of that indiscretion. And
Interesting camera work.
with great power comes great responsibility.
Spider-Man.
I was going to say, where did that actually originate from?
And man is flawed and man sins and man lies, then how do we know any of it's true?
We know it's true because of how it makes us feel.
Bingo! That's exactly right.
You have to be careful about that argument, though.
What's your favorite fast food?
I try not to eat it.
None of us do, but go on. We've all got one.
He's going back and forth between
Burger King
comfortable,
is better than Carl's
tempting.
Jr., which is better.
No. Question.
Burger King is better than Hardee's, which is
I
better
hate
than
Burger
Rally's,
King.
which is
Okay, I don't hate it, but I don't like it.
Hardee's, which is better than Checkers, which is better than Wendy's, which is better than In-N-Out, which is better than McDonald's, which is better than Jack in the Box, which is better than...
She is really good at this. I know that's just her personality.
We don't talk about Taco Bell.
Why don't we talk about Taco Bell?
We'd have to talk about why.
We don't talk about Bruno. That's very funny. But yeah, he's using interesting tactics here.
I vote Wendy's.
I could support.
Good. Wendy's it is. Yeah. Do you know I've never had a Wendy?
I wonder if it's like almost like a negging sort of thing. No, a little different, I guess. Or like a compliment sandwich sort of thing.
Every sect, cult, creed, denomination all claim to be the one true doctrine, and yet none seem true when held under the microscope.
Interesting. Again, reminds me of Mistborn.
The thing I wanted to do was find the one true religion. But unfortunately, I did.
And what is that? Don't leave us in suspense.
Can we meet your wife? Please.
Of course. Yes.
Why would you not want to know what his answer was there? It's on a timer. I mean, that was a great scene. A lot to it.
I don't want to spook him, but we should wrap this. Any messages?
Messages?
Nothing.
Let's politely wrap this and head back.
Like, do you not have signal? This is where she notices. Why'd that look like a skull? Great work there. I mean, yeah, it would be probably creepy. But I would maybe not go to the worst possible conclusion here.
Come on through. She's eager to meet you.
Why can't she come out here?
This way.
Okay.
I mean, he's going first, which is nice.
One moment, Mr. Reed. We're just getting a call from the Relief Society president. We'll be right there.
Oh, you need a minute?
Great lighting. Just go.
Should we leave?
No. I feel like... this is where they're going to find out they can't, and this is a tough decision to make in the first place.
What is it?
Just say an emergency came up.
The key to the bike lock is in my coat. Okay, so we need our coats. Yeah.
I mean, you don't need your bikes. And here we go. Can you break a window? Again, we're not... If I was them, I wouldn't assume the worst right away. I don't like that we're not looking behind us. Creepy, dark hallway. Okay, play it cool. Be like, can we leave? For all we know, he could just be right there. Do you have your phones? Can you message anyone?
Can you fit through this?
You crazy?
Why not the front window? Can you text? Oh, that's why. How'd the weather get so crappy right now?
It's not going through.
Can you text?
It's a storm. Keep trying. Okay.
Maybe find a weapon? Break that and unlock it from the outside? I don't even see a keyhole or anything.
We ask for help. It'll be fine.
Use your faith. I think the jig's up. Maybe that can only happen after a certain amount of time. It is very hard to see.
Mr. Reed?
It looked like it moved. Can someone face backwards? Is it like a statue? Ooh, creepy. I wouldn't be laughing, it's still creepy. Music's nice. Two doors.
And there they are. Welcome. Damn it, because we were just getting started. Well, I've been impressed, but I understand.
Just be aggressive. We are gonna expect something here. Is it gone? Trying to freak him out? Confuse him?
The door won't open.
The front door?
Yeah, the front door won't open again.
Up.
You'll have to exit through the back of my house.
Where?
Just through here.
Okay, well, when does the next time?
Yeah. It won't open again till morning.
Okay, then let's stay here till morning.
Police, sir?
I literally can't do anything about it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I promise you, it's safe to leave this way.
We don't feel comfortable. We will stay here till morning and stay up all night.
To have a door that locks on a timer?
I agree.
Yes, well, I see that.
He's playing this so well.
I'm self-aware enough to know how this might look. Older man, 2 young women.
And no wife.
Anyway, I will leave you space to make your decision freely.
Smart of him.
It wasn't an excuse. They do need us back.
Oh, I know, but you're saying you took a call with someone from your ward.
I figured he was going to call them out.
But when you came inside, I asked if you were okay with the metal in the walls and ceilings.
What?
I mean that the metal obstructs cell phone signals, so I do know you didn't take a call.
I don't remember when he said that. I knew that he knew they were lying, of course, but I don't remember them having that discussion, but maybe I was talking over it. I think y'all just need to be very straightforward.
Which door takes us outside?
That's the question.
I'm not trying to be silly. I promise I'm really not, but there are rules we follow, and we were upfront with them.
You were.
Can I ask
He's
you
so
a
good at
question
this.
first?
No. Set your boundaries.
It's something I want you to think about, and maybe think about in the context of your beliefs.
I knew it was coming back to that. Beliefs.
When your father lost control of his body, did you think it was God's plan to ruin his life? Just to give you comfort because you were afraid of what it might mean if it was all a lie?
I feel like, well, they wouldn't kill him. At least not right now.
Can we use your phone, please?
I don't have a telephone.
What is this? Yeah, close camera.
It's like a church in here.
My wife
Yeah.
built it.
Just keep him talking, maybe. Yeah, it's horrible when you know this feeling
We're gonna leave
and just slowly
through the back of your house.
crawling in, creeping in.
Just like you said, it's okay and we can leave. Right?
That's right.
What is this? Logically, this is the one that she would choose because he was going to the other one, pretending that's where his wife was. What does she see?
What is it?
Stairs? Down? Bodies? Great breath work. Same thing or different?
It doesn't look like this goes outside.
And now, sadly, everything is up. You can't pretend, you can't try to outsmart him in some physical form. You could have before when everyone was just trying to be polite, but now. Did he, like, know the weather was gonna get bad and creepy? Is that... Yeah. No. It looks like Topher Grace for a second. I don't think it is.
So then you clearly saw that the back of my house overhangs a hill. So you would know you have to go dune.
I didn't know that.
I think it would be best for you and for all of us if you could help us go home.
They're still being polite.
And he knows where we are in the ward. Missionaries know, and well, they'll be expecting us.
I get him to leave so we can talk.
Whoa, the police. I promise you, you're getting way too worked up.
No, don't tell me
But
how
I
I'm
think that we're
feeling.
scared because you lied.
Multiple times.
Do you want me to help you?
We can't trust you.
It's a simple choice.
I mean, he couldn't just have built this for
Simply.
religious purposes, but he definitely knows that's there and might come into play.
I need you to reflect very, very deeply and then make a sincere decision.
But yeah, I would have him leave and try to attack him when we come back, when he comes back. Have we learned what his name is? Yes, we probably have. But my brain's blanking right now. I can't see what I'm looking at.
1 billion people have played Monopoly, that only a fraction of that billion have actually finished it.
Maybe that reminds you of something else?
Yeah, like, did he just make his house to make a point to, like, people that come to his house?
Avatars, everyone has their
With
favorite.
their
I shall
own
not
religious-
tell you mine. No. There's the pastel money in various denominations, and of course.
Stories trying to convert people. I can't remember what the word is off the top of my head.
Have you ever played the 1904 board game called The Landlord's Game?
No.
It is very nearly identical to Monopoly in every fundamental way. There's the jail, there's free parking, there's fines and fees, there's penalties.
Metaphor about the doors. I feel like these are very big differences in the decision that's about to happen. I get his point, kind of.
I need you to have a very basic understanding of.
I was seeing if the
Iterating.
boxes match the door color or not.
Because I'm going to make a very disturbing claim tonight.
You've been doing that for a while now.
It may even, I'm very sorry, make you want to die.
Well, let's hear it then. I wish we had gotten his answer in the other room about the one true religion he found.
Have you heard this song before? I mean before tonight.
I disagree. I think you've heard it many, many times before, but we will come back to that.
When will we come back to that?
There are three major monotheistic religions: Judaism,
Okay.
Christianity,
Yeah.
and Islam. I call them the big three.
I call that Naruto. No.
May I see your Book of Mormon, please? I'll give it back.
Will you? I don't trust you for anything.
Mormonism, i.e., the zany regional spin-off edition.
I wonder what it was like for people that are religious to see this movie.
These sects share many of the same characters and histories, albeit presented with different meanings.
I believe that.
I will not accept that you stand there and tell me that you've never heard The Air That I Breathe by the Hollies, when I know that you have heard Creep by Radiohead.
Okay.
What the hell am I doing? I know these are things you're thinking right now, but they're also lyrics you recognize. The Hollies filed a plagiarism lawsuit against Radiohead, which they later settled by proving that the melody and rhythm of The Air That I Breathe appear in Creep.
Interesting.
Maybe you know Lana Del Rey, who remarkably was sued by Radiohead for plagiarizing Creep in her 2017 song, Get Free.
I wouldn't know off the top of my head, but I mean, that's art.
Diluting the message, obscuring the original.
I don't disagree completely, but I also think that's a very harsh view. People can make new discoveries and meanings out of things from the past. And that's not a bad thing.
Are we talking about religion or board games or music?
Yes.
That's the meme. Yes.
Doesn't have people like you knocking on doors, selling people a better life, a better board game.
He's getting them to really reflect. But it just sucks because they're so young and Paxton believes.
Is that I have an idea which I would like to sell to you.
Mm-hmm. He's doing great in this role. Oh, I hate that. I can't see it. Oh God, okay. Ooh. Love this.
My argument is that the holy texts which we revere are just mythological iterations.
He has put so much thought into this.
They are merely a conduit to a more ancient truth.
This is a whole production.
The story of a savior who was born to a virgin, who could perform miracles, was a very popular story for at least 1,000 years before
One of them has blonde hair, one of them's brunette, both dressed similar.
No, never stopped by.
She looks familiar too. Is that Topher Grace?
Horus walked on water, was crucified, had 12 disciples. Krishna, he was a carpenter, born to a virgin, baptized in a river.
I'm learning a lot.
This depicts 12 gods who were born on December the 25th.
Yeah, his fucking remote.
Or to ignore the fact that all these stories iterate into Star Wars, Episode 1.
Years from now, people accepting Jar Jar as a significant religious figure.
That is definitely an interesting way to
Jar Jar.
put it.
Jar Jar Binks.
Is he going to do a quote?
Jar Jar, excuse me.
What was this role like for him?
It is all terrifying, isn't it? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm scared just saying it out loud, really.
What, everything you just said?
If God is real and he watches when we masturbate, he hates gay people for being what he made them to be, well, that's terrifying.
I thought that was disproven in the Bible. I don't know, though.
If there's no God, and we're just horny microscopic ants floating on a rock through space,
That's an interesting way to put it.
that's terrifying too.
I guess.
Either the church is true, or it is a fraud.
Not really.
It is the church and kingdom of God.
It's just
or
interesting.
it is nothing.
And nothing. Which isn't a bad thing. Could almost be freeing. He should study philosophy.
It is all true, or none of it's true. Yes?
Yes.
I don't like all or nothing thinking.
I'm asking you to choose between belief and disbelief.
Okay, well, what if we don't and we wait till morning? You know, it would be funny if they literally just choose and then they actually get to go outside and now they've gone through this psychological horror to reflect. And so they have changed their life significantly. That would be very interesting. What is that in? What are the little round things? He definitely knows that would be there.
What is going to happen to us before we choose?
That is
I don't
fair.
even know how to begin to answer that question if it hasn't happened yet.
What?
And we'd like to leave through the disbelief door and go home now. Ready, Sister Barnes?
I would have thought the opposite, but I mean, it's the smarter decision from what we know, right? What if he is tricking us?
He's not gonna let us go just because we admit he's right.
No, still hubby. Is that why? Because his wife died and all this happened?
I think he wants to learn something about us based on which door we open.
I mean, I guess he couldn't tell them what would happen if they go through in the most nuanced way, but he still could tell them a general idea.
If I'm right, then the only thing that matters right now is what we actually believe.
Yes, I agree with that. So if somebody goes through something that they don't actually believe, is he going to punish them?
You make no acknowledgement of the religious persecution Jewish people have faced. But breeze over the many glaring differences. One of these guys has a freaking bird head.
As I said, it's not so all or nothing.
I think there's an entire spectrum that your game is neglecting.
This is something you could talk about and debate for a very long time.
Sister Paxton, do you still believe in God?
Yes.
Then let's leave through here.
But do you?
And sincere and let God decide what happens next for us.
But do you? And did he anticipate this? Wish he could have given us a light. Yes. All right, thanks.
Sister.
Oh, thank goodness. You have a key. Was that setting off a timer? I mean, it's smart to go slow, but I'm like, what if you just like sped through everything? All right, I can't see anything. So I'm gonna turn up my brightness. Can you take the key out of the first thing? I don't think it was a key, was it? Did they grab the letter opener? Yeah, before we went, could we have taken anything? So many questions.
It's all blocked off. What do you think he wants?
To see your faith?
He doesn't have to steamroll us. We might not be a physical threat, but we can be an intellectual one.
Yeah, I agree, girl. That's what I was thinking. I'm not well versed in all this stuff. Ooh! Well, just don't fall on it, but could be a weapon.
I think that window has a cage on it.
What about faith?
He's coming. He's coming.
Okay, well, get your... I mean, at least there's natural light. I'd turn your flashlight off, personally. Good job.
If anything happens, you take this.
Yes, I knew she did.
Stab him in the neck as hard and as fast as you can. It has to be you. He's watching me too closely.
That's the problem with her religion.
If I say magic underwear, that means stab. Okay.
Take it at least.
Magic underwear. That's a code word.
Magic underwear. I mean, I get why they're referencing that, but damn. That's an interesting one. How far down does this actually go? Very dramatic.
Mystery?
Might not be, I guess. Well, this doesn't seem like it's in the realm of realism. Can we go out the door you came through? It's the blueberry pie, I hope. Okay, I was gonna say, please don't put it under the water.
What's happening to her?
I don't think that's him anyway. I doubt that was his wife. Which song is it?
Mr. Reed?
This feels like a fever dream now.
Where are you?
I thought it was Creep, but yeah.
Just like an angel.
Wish I had caught what he wrote. If I was not watching a reaction, or I was not filming a reaction, I would pause. I would have no clue. Camera? What the hell am I doing here? Yep, that wasn't even that line. Because again, if it comes down to their faith, what do they need to do for that? Oh, I'd be so scared to look through anything. I hate. Okay. Woo! Feel like it's on me. All right. Ooh. I get you're trying to pull the rug maybe, but could you set his house on fire? I feel like that'd be a bad idea. Nice build-up of music there. But is there not stuff on it? Yeah, matches. That's what I thought.
You are now in the presence of a living prophet of God.
Okay, so you found the real religion, like genuinely something? Like the OG? I feel like this isn't a great way to treat them.
I believe this miracle is proof that all known religions are demonstrably false and only an ancient echo of something true.
Okay.
I need a witness, you, to verify that the miracle is real.
Okay. Oh, I am scared. I'm gonna look, though.
But tonight I've also included some wolfsbane and some belladonna.
Okay.
That in a short while, the prophet will be
Yeah.
dead from consuming the pie.
So why is this happening?
Then you will witness a miracle.
Okay. What resurrection?
By the grace of God, she will be resurrected.
How many times has this happened? And also, God, why would you bring this person back if it's in the same state? Because this doesn't seem like living. Please don't throw up. I don't want to see that, at least. There's gonna be something loud. No? Okay. I just don't want to see her throw up. Okay, well.
Now feel her pulse, please. Both of you.
How are you gonna even know? I mean...
I need you to feel her pulse right now.
What if we don't do it right on your schedule? Do what you said, girl.
No, no.
So she's dead?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
How did you get this person here in the first place? And why would they do what you want?
The elders?
I thought the prophet had moved or something. A little late there.
We scream. We scream. But not until he answers the door.
I mean, he's too smart for that. I mean, he could also just choose not to open the door, right?
He's coming back. Scream. Scream.
No. Always taking forever to answer the door.
Oh, sorry. I
Smart.
was at the back.
That's why it took him a while.
He can't hear us.
I'm sure everything's fine. I just wonder if they
Belief?
stop by.
No, I'm sorry to say.
What about the bikes?
You are the first house caller I've had all day, sir.
Can you, like, clang on something? Okay, yeah, you know he's preoccupied right now. Do whatever. Get your stabby. I don't know if that would help, but you could maybe, like, wrap it up. Oh, okay. You got lots of momentum now. Come on.
Do you want to use my phone? Call the police? I can get my
No,
coat and
no,
come
that's
and
fine.
help you.
No.
Look around.
I'm sure they're not.
Yes.
Thank you for your time.
All right, well, good luck.
Yeah, I mean that.
Okay.
He's so good. But where's the bikes? There's no way he gets back in time. No way. He's gonna notice. I'd still do it. Maybe I'm a weirdo, but I definitely would have still pulled it. I hope there's actually matches in it then. They could have easily pulled that, but I would worry that the momentum would have sent the matches off. I mean, this is prime for a jump scare. Come on. Because we have tension, because we want them to get their goal, and so anything that gets in the way of that. Oh yeah, how are you gonna... Oh, I'm so worried about your fingers. Yeah, we didn't think about that, did we? Can you squish it? Squish it. Turn it. Okay, then pull the rug. Pull the rug. Okay, that works. I still would have pulled the rug.
Any luck?
I feel like he's going to talk about the bikes, but I don't know. Light them on fire. I know that'd be bad. They don't deserve that, but still.
You mean when we were gone?
Okay.
It's not how I remember. Please. Please, come on.
I mean, does it matter in any case?
Let's try another.
Yeah, I wish they could have squished it so they could have pulled the actual, you know, matchbox through, which makes this a lot easier. What does she need to focus on? Okay. How do you open that? Can you just pull it? Because if so, that's good for us to know. rip some of her clothing. I don't know. I mean, if she actually is a prophet, that feels very, offensive. But if also, I don't know all the natural teachings of the original thing that he's talking about, but maybe they'd be fine with that because you're helping. They're helping. Where did the bikes go? Great lighting. Ah, love that shot. We're gonna see it now. Oh, we are definitely gonna see it now. Ooh, right behind? Yep, I figured. Please no.
Your prophecy will be recorded into our liturgical text.
Is he speaking the language?
I know that one of you has been lying.
Yep.
From the way that fire reacts to each of you.
Oh.
Eh?
And out. No? Okay.
Hey.
I couldn't tell the difference. How did you know? Because of the candle?
You must know by now that any of us can leave whenever we want. But why would we want after what we've seen? I can show you God. If you're willing to die. It can be temporary. Like the prophet, you can be brought back.
I mean, if she has the belief, right?
Where do we come from? What are we doing here? What's our purpose? The terror of those questions is why religions exist.
I'm trying to think if I'm terrified. I get if you would be. And maybe on a deeper level, I am.
Is he gonna make killing us our idea?
You're in a muddle.
I know, I can't tell if you're playing chess or checkers.
Monopoly? Come on, it was right there.
That's funny.
That was not a miracle.
What did I show you?
She's saying it's not a miracle. Magic underwear?
They killed me when I was 4 years old. 50 people were hospitalized from an E. coli outbreak. The kids at school called me Taco Hell because I was clinically dead while doctors operated on my kidneys.
Damn.
I saw exactly what your prophet described.
Oh.
A blinding white light, clouds but not heaven, a sense of wanting to return.
Okay.
That wasn't a prophecy. That was a near-death experience.
Experience.
I think you've been keeping this woman on the edge of death in order to ask her questions.
Oh.
That when you remember something, you're really only remembering the last time you remembered that experience.
Okay. I mean, I've heard that.
Of dying at Taco Bell isn't really of dying, it's of the memory of that event.
He's right there.
You really need to pay attention because I promise you we're not talking about a magic trick.
I don't feel like she's gonna do it, but who knows?
We're talking about magic underwear.
Oh no. That didn't look like his neck. Yeah. But maybe she'll come back. Is it because she went through the disbelief or belief when she didn't believe it? Too bad they both couldn't have had weapons. Ooh, the build-up, the creepy smile. Great acting. Great shift to the sound. Damn. I mean, he didn't say that they couldn't die through that means and not be brought back, I guess.
It'll be moments. Let's have one of your drum rolls, yeah?
No, thanks.
I'm very sorry. Something is wrong.
What?
I'm now worried that she's not coming back to us.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
I don't want to see. Is he cutting some? Ooh, okay, it sounds lovely. But she had something going on in her arm. Ooh, alright, alright. Okay, I'm looking. It's fun.
There it is. Oh, it isn't.
Oh.
It was a vein.
Oh, why? Subverting. Okay, that's fine.
The implant. This is why she can't come back to us.
Okay.
She's not real. Do you know what gave it away? The candles.
The candles. Ugh, that's gonna be in my head for a while. I mean, there was something on her arm.
Are you, Sister Paxton, familiar with the Taoist concept of the butterfly dream?
Well, she talked about butterflies before.
Flaps his wings and causes a typhoon.
That is the butterfly
Effect.
The butterfly dream concerns an ancient Chinese philosopher who asked himself, was I a man dreaming of a butterfly, or am I now a butterfly dreaming that I am a man?
I wonder if this is true. I think it probably is.
And I've noticed this anomaly in its behavior when it interacts.
I'm gonna be annoyed if this is a whole like Matrix-y thing. I haven't seen The Matrix, but you know what I mean.
I think it's a contraceptive.
Ah, I wouldn't know. I've never had that type, if so. I've heard of a whole bunch of types, but I've never seen, so.
Simulation theory is...
Hypothesis, please. Sorry, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't.
With all due respect, I don't believe it.
She's still being played.
Do you believe the miracle that I showed you? Yeah?
At first,
Good answer.
it feels like you're improvising, trying to convince me of a simulation theory that's not sticky.
That I don't know. You know, it would be very funny if you tried to have a conversation with someone that just genuinely couldn't get there on an intellectual level.
You think that the prophet was just hallucinating?
I think you switched the bodies.
What?
Just haven't figured out how yet.
This is feeling like a cat and mouse thing.
I switched the bodies.
Twins or something?
The doorbell rang when the elder got here, which drew our attention to the stairs. You would have been prepared for that.
Mm.
When we came back downstairs,
Magic.
I noticed the woman wasn't in the same position
They say,
as before. It was similar, but it was not the exact same.
sometimes they get an attractive assistant to distract you.
Came into the basement through a hidden door or something, disposed of her body, and then took her place. The last thing she said was, "It is not real."
That is true.
I think you gave her a script, and she went off the book, and now you're trying to recover.
I can't say one way or the other. We go back to what do
There'd
you
have to be
believe?
another way into this basement, yeah?
That's what I thought from the beginning.
Less.
You gonna convince them to open that up? Or is it what? The table under it? Because don't they have things like that also for like magic shows? Oh, look at that. The arrow. Oh. Muddy. Next level. Or is that where she disposed of the body?
Well, will you go into that hole and see if there's somebody down there?
If I have to.
Why would you do that?
Curiosity? Also, what else are we gonna do?
And because the only way out is through.
Robert Frost?
Swamp Thing.
Don't go into that cellar unless you are prepared to discover the one true religion.
Does she already feel like she knows her own one true religion? I mean, I'm kind of sad that I think it's Barnes, is gone. I mean, we couldn't just, looked down. I guess not.
I knew it.
And now she really doesn't have... Okay, she does. Good. I think she is very much in shock, but I think that's to her benefit right now. Well, again, that's not fair to Barnes. Now, we don't know if everything she said was true about, like, the script and that it's not real, but could be. Unless it was intentional, is what I mean, though. Damn, we're just going, going, going. I feel like when you have your nerve, but you keep getting presented with newer and newer things, you start to lose your nerve, which sucks. The bike lock. Well, you had the key. And he knew that she'd be the one. The music is so weird. Keep it with you. It's heavy. Uh-oh. How many people are in here? That sucks. Damn. I hope this isn't like other people like her and Barnes that just came here and are now trapped here. I'd just choose not to eat if I could. Glad she's saving her flashlight. It's very kind of her.
Sorry about the cold. You figured it out yet?
It's very cold.
When we first arrived, you left us alone in your living room. You took a key from Sister Barnes' coat.
Yeah.
Went outside to unlock our bikes and hide them.
Yeah. It's the only thing that made sense, but I wanted to know where.
I noticed your hair was wet when you came back with the drinks.
Ah, she's very good.
You returned the bike key to the wrong coat pocket. We thought this was a mistake you made.
But it was intentional, yeah.
I'm not here because I chose to be. I'm here because you made me choose to be.
So what, did he have a god complex?
The one true religion is control.
Religion is just a system of control. I disagree. She chose to eat a poisoned pie because of her profound faith.
Is that why? Or because she didn't want to be here anymore?
It's easier to control someone who has lost everything.
Yeah.
You were absolutely right. She did go off book.
Ooh, why are you punishing her for that? Now they all have to do that. Yeah, because it's...
You are here because the ideas of others have influenced every single decision you've made since the day you were born, and I've been able to predict every decision you'd make tonight because of that.
Well... Is she laughing?
You have allowed them to dictate every decision of your life.
It seems like she's laughing.
Your magic underwear.
Nice. Oh wow, right in a good spot too. I just feel bad for these ladies, but if she gets out, it'll be good. Damn, he has to do all this. I agree to certain elements. Ooh. Yeah, we're getting the full layout. Okay. That's a great transition. Wow. Wow. I don't think that'll help that much, to be honest, but who knows. Yep, pushing's a lot easier. It's still on a timer. Is this the other door? No. This is the other room. Like, yeah, stairwell thing. Okay, so why are we back here? There was no other way to get out? Or is this a just different room entirely? Like the one she's in? I guess it is. It's not the one they were in before. So, yeah. Yup. Keep going down. To go up. Is everyone just gonna die in this? Because that would be annoying. And that's not fair. How the heck did he get in here? Without her hearing? No. Not realistic.
Pray for us. Praying doesn't work.
Unless?
Have you ever heard of the Great Prayer Experiment? The results of the study were conclusive. It doesn't work, but I think it's beautiful that we all pray for each other. Even though we all probably know it doesn't make a difference.
It's a pretty way to think about it.
Not for me.
Creepy.
Please bless.
I have no clue how to feel right now. Yep. Nice. Though I don't know how she's alive. Unless it was the guy, somehow. How are you alive, even if it's just for now? And how is she okay right now? Not mentally, obviously. Or emotionally. So instead of having 2 people down there, he just decided to have the one because he killed Barnes. Okay. One of these annoying puzzle boxes. Oh. How'd she get out? Alright, call somebody. No sig service. Is that gonna change? This is gorgeous, damn. I hope she gets found. Call 911? It's not a fingertip, but it's on a hand. Oh, it's gone. Okay. What does that mean? What does that mean? Well, that was an interesting one. Oh, that was an interesting choice at the end there with the title. Yeah, our main 3 did a great job, and it was Topher Grace. Huh. Whew. So, that was a very interesting movie. It was very dialogue heavy, but I don't mind that at all. Though I'm definitely going to have to re-record this and put subtitles, which you would have seen that I did. But I just didn't want to do that because sometimes subtitles, they give things away ahead of time. Like when somebody has something cut off, like, you know, their words, it's like, well, something's going to happen. Though it was a little bit predictable at times for that kind of stuff. The beginning, first maybe quarter, maybe even halfway, was very good at building tension. And then they brought in the more, like, mystical aspects that weren't actually, which was interesting. Because I was like, what kind of movie is this? Because it felt very grounded. But are we bringing in, like spiritual, mystical, magical kind of elements? This is why I really like horror movies, though, because we can go from things like, which I've never seen, Human Centipede, which I'm not interested in watching, to more specific things like Black Christmas, to babysitting things, to home invasions, to paranormal activity. Like, it can just spread across so many different things. This was more of a intellectual type of horror, very creeping, dread sort of thing. Loved how realistic it was at the beginning, with how I truly feel like a lot of situations, at least in the media I've watched, but also I feel like are very reminiscent of what real life would be like when you suspect something, but then we always go back and forth, which is why people say listen to your gut. But then our brain comes in and says, no, it can't be that way. It's very hard, right? To be like, okay, there's something wrong. Let me do something about it. Because then it just slowly escalates. And you do slowly give up your control by being polite, by following along, hoping that it's not what we think it is, even if we don't know what we think it is, but we assume the best in people. And I think that's a good thing, but people can take advantage of that. And I thought they pulled a lot of great choices with the dialogue. Sometimes we thought it might go one way, or they would just keep following along with what he wanted, but then they'd switch it up. Some of the twists and turns were good, but others were kind of like, eh. It was more near the end that was kind of eh, but I get the message for the most part of what Mr. Reed was going for. But to an extent, like, yes, I agree about the choices we make in Control. However, it was such a narrow scope, and that was not true choice. And I hate when people say things like that. It's like, well, you chose to be here, or you can choose to leave. It's not really a choice, and we all know that. I also like what it brought up, a lot of those questions about belief and the origins of faith. And at one point it kind of felt like, I don't know how to say it, like not culty, but there was elements of like bringing in discussions about cults. I think where this film's strong suit was in the tension and the different points it was bringing up. However, again, because it is limited in scope of what, like, that's what Barnes had even said, like, you're not seeing the whole picture and you're only bringing out certain, like, bits of information to make a point. I gotcha, you know? But I still think that was interesting, and I like having that debate. And then there were parts where it kind of felt, again, predictable, or like they're just trying to get a rise out of you in some reason, but then they switch it back to more of like the cat and mouse sort of thing of like, well, actually this is what I think happened. But I guess my thought was, what if Paxton said the wrong thing, right? Like, would he have killed her at some point? Why did he choose to kill Barnes? Because she was more intellectually challenging and always coming up with plans and was the stronger of the two. I guess the other thought is, like, I have never met a Mormon in my life. I've never had, people come up to my door asking me about my faith. So I can't really say one way or the other how accurate the depiction was when it came to how missionaries are, though I feel like it could be for any group of people, right? You're going to have some people that are like that and some people that are very different than that and everything in between. But I personally enjoyed how they depicted the two characters. Like, they both had distinct personalities, but were both very strong in their own ways. And they had a lot of nuance to their characters. And we kind of thought that Paxton was more of like full-on religion and maybe wasn't as astute as Barnes, but we definitely saw that wasn't the case, right? She kept picking up on things that even Barnes didn't. And because I am not a religious person, maybe there are parallels to religion that this film encapsulated, and I just don't know them. So if that is the case, I would love to hear if anyone has some clarification on that they could tell me, because if that's the case, I think that's very cool. And I'm curious what symbolism, metaphors are in there that went over my head because I wouldn't know. I think at the heart of everything, the main message was choice versus control. I think that's the big theme. And I think it made lots of great points and I'll have to go back and actually watch it through, but how some people are just talk and we need action. I think they make a lot of good points about how things are reiterated and brought up time and time again and remade, and that can sometimes weaken the original message, or like telephone game, right? It can totally go off course. But again, he was so black and white in his thinking, it seemed, that it's like, it doesn't have to be a bad thing. There's not all remakes or reiterations are bad. Some can be, but it's not everything, right? One thing that's always tough about these types of movies is the ending. You know, she had talked about being a butterfly, and it didn't... I guess the thing that's interesting is, like, that's to wonder, like, did she die? However, I feel like if it was going to be more poignant about that, it would have been, as she said, like on the fingertip. And because it didn't, I feel like she didn't die. However, I don't know how she got out of the house realistically. And I mean, if she actually went out where she did go out, because I don't think she was down the stairs at that point. Or maybe she was in an adjacent room to the original room where he showed like the board games and stuff. But that wasn't very far. So you feel like she would have been able to get out and actually find the road again. But that didn't seem to happen. So I guess to get back to the original point is, like, it's always hard when we have movies with ambiguous endings. I can think of a few movies right now that have them, and it's like you have to figure out what you want to believe, which makes sense for the end of this movie. It's so tough when it comes to that, because I don't believe that Sister Barnes could have risen from the state she was in, whether that's from the dead or just from the blood loss and still in the throes of dying. Yeah, so it's so hard to know what the actual ending was, or if it was just in Sister Paxton's head, or what we wanted to see. But I mean, it also could be like a representation of Sister Barnes, but because it disappeared, I don't know. And I guess, I mean, we have to kind of reflect on the movie name, right? Like, are they implying, which I would agree, and also I guess I should look up the definition, but just based on what I know of the word, what I was going to say is, like, are they saying everyone's a heretic? And if that's the case, then yes, depending on what that means, I would say to a point that is true. Nobody is 100% pure. We all have contradictions in us. We all have the potential for evil, or for, I don't really know what to say. I was about to say like nasty things, depending on what that means. And it also depends on whose perspective is looking at us, right? Because what one person would say is horrible or unjust or whatever is not what somebody else would say. So is it more of an objective view? Is it more of based on whatever religion we're coming from? Is it just subjective? So I don't know. I think that's kind of how I think about it, is that everyone, I'm not going to say what it's from, but it's a sentiment from something, that there is a devil inside all of us. Sometimes we get so wrapped up in this forest, of the forest kind of being a place where a lot of violence happens, or I don't know, we'll say devilry. So we kind of have to try to see if we can stay out of the forest. Again, if you know, you know, and I could get way more into detail, but I'm not going to. I think one other point that's very interesting is we were debating at the very beginning if Mr. Reed was a religious man because of how educated he was on the subject, despite, you know, again, the fact that he's only pulling certain things out to make his points. But I mean, to be honest, I think a lot of educated people do that. We have confirmation bias and all these other cognitive distortions that happen that we try to, that it makes it kind of difficult to keep our minds broadened, because over time we tend to remember those things that reinforce our beliefs, but not always, right? But then we come to learn that he is definitely, well, I guess it depends, right, on the religion, but he is definitely not a godly man or a holy man. As I said, like, he has such a narrow view on it, and I think many people do, right? And kind of going back to what I just said, like, we choose to see certain parts of religion and discard others that are going to confirm what we already, like the prejudices that we had or things that we've learned. But that in itself, like that point of he just took certain points, is what kind of irks me sometimes. I see it online all the time that people will only give certain answers or certain information that's going to show their sides. And again, that's human. I get that. It makes sense. And maybe that's the only thing they know, because again, we only look for the information that's going to confirm. So they truly believe they are correct, which is fair, right? It's so hard to be purely objective. But I think for those that try, I think that's great. And what I mean, I guess, or tying to that, is anyone that learns information that does show difference from what they originally believed and can own up to it and say, oh, well, I guess I'm going to adjust my view, adjust my worldview or opinion. That is what we should all strive for. And it is tricky. I get that. But I think if we can self-reflect more, recognize our emotions don't always mean that it is true what we're believing, and can just put our ego aside some of the time, we could live in a better world. I have some more thoughts on like the theory, the themes of this movie, but to get more into like a critical lens, not even critical, of filmmaking, I thought that this was shot very well. Loved the color grading, I loved the lighting, a lot of the camera choices were great, and I forgot I was gonna look up the director. So we had Scott Beck and Brian Woods. And when I'm just on Google and I clicked on their names and I hit movies, but I don't recognize anything from Scott Beck, though he has an Adam Driver movie, 65, so I'm curious. And then Brian Woods is the film producer, and they worked on the same things, as well as A Quiet Place. So I'm just looking at the Wikipedia, so, take it with a grain of salt, though I do tend to trust Wikipedia for the most part. I know back in the day we were told not to, and maybe that was more true. But apparently the writing of this film was prompted by the death of Woods' father from esophageal cancer, and the questions this prompted about what happens after death. And they had wanted to ensure the missionary characters were as genuine and authentic as possible and not cliches, so that's good to know if that's true. Principal photography took place in Vancouver, of course. It's always in BC, and yet we don't get enough credit in Canada. We don't get like a lot of the perks when it comes to media, but a lot of things are filmed in Canada. It also mentions the score a little bit, which I thought was really great, just like the general score, the tension. But it also talks about how, I think it's Sophie Thatcher, performs a cover of Bob Dylan's Knockin' on Heaven's Door, which is very cool. The main cast did such a great job. Great with their micro expressions, great with making me believe a lot of the elements for them, like they were in it, because sometimes you can feel the acting, and it was very minimal, if ever, in here. Hugh Grant, of course, a natural and very creepy. I'm gonna get off the Wikipedia because it was blowing out my lighting, but yeah, he did a great job. Sophie, phenomenal, to be expected. Very, again, reined in, but still very emotive, and you can just feel her energy, so it was great. And Chloe East, she did a phenomenal job of like being very transformative, starting off more of like that bubbly kind of like, we feel like more surface, not even like surface level, but more just up here kind of personality, very, very sure of her religion, maybe less so of herself, but then she very much grew into being assured of her opinions and like what she saw, and she was going to say it. She also physically attacked Mr. Reed, which is very tough, I can imagine, but obviously understandable, and I'm proud of her, though we don't know if she actually survived, so that sucks. There wasn't a ton to say on the costuming, though I think it was still like great in its subtlety and like accuracy of what I would expect those characters to be wearing for all of them. And yeah, just the overall vibe I thought was good. It was just that later half that I'm less sure about, but I would have to rewatch it to know how I really feel. But I think overall it was a good movie. I just hopped on to a Reddit post, and someone makes a really great point. I need a hobby, what about you? WBU was the name of the person that posted. And And they had made a great point that Sister Barnes is the first of the two to call a spade, and she knows the truth that Mr. Reed is a fraud, that there must be a rational explanation. More than that, she dies for having the courage to confront Mr. Reed. And this is the part that I was like, oh wow, yeah. Power murders truth, and yet truth rises from the dead, reveals itself, converts the non-believers, and then dies again. So I'm not reading past that. It might say something to contradict that, but just from how I feel about things, I think that's true. I think we live in a society where people try to bury the truth over and over and over again, but for the most part, it always comes through in the end in whatever capacity. It may not be to the capacity we want or that gets to enact change, but there are elements of truth that will come through. I can't say always, I guess, as I'm not that all or nothing thinker, but I think more often than not that is the case. And I think the truth is just something that is, I don't even know what the right word would be. It's not like ethereal, but it's just higher level. I don't know. And I feel like when the truth is present or we're speaking it, which is not always easy, you just feel different and you feel good in some way, even if you feel bad at the same time, because it can be hard to tell the truth and to say things. But I guess it really depends on your values, because one of my values is honesty, like very much so. And you can feel the difference, right, when you are acting through that value or not. And I can't say that I always have and that I always will, but for the most part, that's what I try to do. And you try to do that when you're especially with the people that you love and care about. And when you don't, you really feel it. But I have to hope that truth will almost always prevail. Sometimes we find things out decades later that disprove something and we actually figure out where the origin of something came from. I mean, that happens regarding women's history all the time. And one other point I'll bring up that I just thought was really, I like the symbolic nature that they pointed out is, who is this? Rag-in to Cajun, maybe? Or Ragin to Cajun? Yeah. In this thread had put, the bamboo water catcher is collecting the decay leak of the house, which has entered his library/mind. And then just some extra points that are still interesting, but less so in that analogous kind of way is they put, but it's not just collecting the water in a bucket, he has it collecting into a shishi odoshi, maybe I said that right, deer scarer, which is interesting. Oh, okay, I get it. It's kind of like how, scarecrows, but different. His thoughts of control are collecting into something meant to scare deer, and Sister Paxton is fawning, but so is Sister Barnes to an extent. His house rot has become part of the aesthetic, which plays into his passion for Eastern philosophy. So very cool. But I guess the last thing I'll touch on before I wrap this really long discussion up, even though I probably still have more thoughts on it, so feel free to ask questions and I might be able to write down my thoughts in the comments. But my last thought is on that point of Sister Paxton still choosing to pray and her point on praying despite knowing that it doesn't work, or at least how we're talking about it in this movie. But it's nice that we still do it in spite of knowing that it probably has no real impact, but it's the intention behind it. And I think there's a lot to be said for intention. I know I also always bring up intention versus impact, but I think there is so much to be said about intention. So I really liked that moment of the film. So if you enjoyed this reaction, then giving it a like just helps it stay afloat in the sea of content that is out there, and also just helps show me support and the channel in general. And if you feel like sticking around, there's probably other reactions on the channel that you might enjoy, so feel free to look around or subscribe. I do have some Patreon only, at least for now, things on Patreon, of course, that are maybe things that tend to get copyright striked very easily or copyright claimed. and things that maybe I started before having a reaction channel, and so it's just like the remaining seasons. It's not like a full from start to finish thing. So if you're interested in those, they are on Patreon, links down below. And yeah, just thank you so much for choosing to spend a little bit of your day with me, wherever you are and whenever it is. I hope something good finds you today. So take care, and I'll see you around. Bye.